I want to start this video with a question. Are you fulfilling your maximum potential? Most people have a hard time meeting their commitments every day. We have a limited amount of time and energy for each day, and a lot of times things we want to do end up not being done. Imagine being able to read, meditate, exercise, be with your partner, develop a business, write your thoughts, and learn to play the guitar. All this in one day. You probably think that this is impossible, but today, I want to share with you an extraordinary method to successfully achieve all the activities you want. Mini habits. Author Stephen Guise proposes his incredible methodology to transform your life and align it with your greatest goals. I can quickly explain what mini habits are through the 4 P's. Mini habits are portable, practical, periodical, positive. Let's take a closer look at each of these adjectives. Portable. Imagine that a mini habit is small and portable, so you can take it anywhere and anytime. Practical. A mini habit doesn't require much effort to be put into action. Periodical. Mini habits are based on a periodic practice. This means activities that you commit yourself to carry out without any excuse in a rhythmic way. Enter into a pattern of behavior each day. And the final P stands for positive. A mini habit is positive because it promotes growth in your life on a constant basis. It aims to make you better than yesterday. The main idea of mini habits is that doing something small every day will have a much greater impact in your life than doing a bigger thing just once. Studies have shown that over 45% of our behavior is driven by our habits. This is because our willpower is limited, and it's much easier to perform activities which we are already accustomed to. Here is an example. When you brush your teeth, you are not thinking about how to hold the brush, how much toothpaste you use, or how much pressure you put on each tooth. This is a habit you have made all your life. You really do it in an automatic, natural way without using too much of your mental capacity. So, the trick into transforming your life is to acquire habits that will help you to achieve the extraordinary. This transformation starts with small actions that you need to replicate daily. Let's imagine a person who wants to improve his health and have a fitter body. He started by setting this goal. From now on, I promise to exercise every day for 1 hour. The first week starts off well. He's committed to going to the gym every day. Each morning he gets ready, grabs his stuff, and tries out an exercise routine he found on the internet. However, when starting a new habit, it's easy to lose momentum, and the hope of doing it daily begins to disappear. On week 2, this person starts making excuses. He begins to miss certain days and justifies himself by saying, "I'm really tired," or "I don't have time to go to the gym." And by consequence, a feeling of guilt starts to slowly crush his hopes and dreams. Despite having started with a lot of motivation, by making excuses, his enthusiasm begins to die down, and the guilt replaces the positive feeling. When faced with a similar situation, you can take 2 paths. The first, let the guilt drag you down, abandon the whole project and return to old habits. Or the second option is to try and make up for the lost time. For example, I've missed going to the gym. Now I'm going to go work out and run too. This person wants to try even harder. Unfortunately, if you have ever been in this situation, the most likely result is the first option. Mini Habits presents you with a third option. Instead of exercising for an hour a day right at the beginning, he decides to do the following. I'll do 5 squats right when I wake up, and I'll do 5 push-ups before bed. And every time I run into a staircase, I'll just use it instead of the elevator. This way, no matter what happens, this person can easily achieve his goal to start exercising, even if he is tired, has no time, or feels unwilling. By choosing smaller actions, he is more likely to accomplish them. He will do small exercises during the morning and nighttime, and use a staircase whenever possible. Mini habits present you with a strategy quite different from the conventional one. You can have great intentions, but if there are no results, these intentions become worthless. The bottom line is, by having high expectations without taking the actions needed, your confidence will ultimately be damaged. When you set yourself a big goal, for example, reading a book in less than a month, you know you need to read every day at least 1 chapter. However, If one day you don't have the motivation to read, one chapter can seem eternal. So that day you skip reading and start losing motivation to read the next day, and so on. As you can see by now, the big goal strategy is really hard to accomplish. This is where the mini habits provide us a choice. These habits do not demand exceptional work. They do not require much effort, nor much time. And best of all, they are easily accomplishable, so you can commit to them every day. Even someone who's going through depression or a delicate personal state can find success in these mini daily activities. If you tried to identify or change your current habits, you would find it extremely hard. You do them without thinking. They are a result of many repetitions in the past. But what you can do is start to progressively build the habits that will help you push towards the life you want. This is much like learning to ride a bike. Mini habits will be the perfect tool to subtly convince your brain into learning the actions you want to perform without much mental effort. Now that you know the benefits of mini habits, you're probably wondering, well, this sounds great, but how do I create these mini habits? I'm going to share with you an 8-step plan so you can start changing your life. Step 1. Decide on the mini habits you want to acquire and make a flexible weekly plan on how and when you are going to do it. Step 2. Ask yourself, why do you want to acquire these mini habits? Think about the most important reasons you want to start them. Step 3. Define at what times you will do the desired habit. Will you do the activity at a specific time or at the end of another activity? Step 4. Create a reward plan. You must convince your brain that these new habits are worthwhile. So whenever you can, give yourself small rewards that affirm the habits. Step 5. Keep track of your progress. Keep a small diary and track your habits every day. You can also use an application, for example, Streaks. Step 6. Think small. Be careful not to exhaust your willpower with huge goals. Remember you are acquiring mini habits. Step 7. Meet your schedule with smaller goals. Do not look for impossible changes. Instead, try to make tiny modifications that you could really make every day without fail. Step 8. Be smart about managing your habits. Remember, this is a process, and it's not always going to be very exciting. Sometimes it will be boring to do your mini habits. Don't forget that the intention is not to entertain you, but to set you on the path towards a better version of yourself. These 8 steps will help you get out of your comfort zone. Remember that with a lot of small changes, you'll be achieving the most growth. Finally, for these mini habits to work in your life, there are 8 fundamental rules that you must respect. 1. Never, ever cheat. 2. Genuinely be happy with the progress you see. 3. Often, try to give yourself a small reward. 4. Be patient. 5. If you feel a lot of resistance into implementing a habit, lower the intensity and slow down. 6. Remember how easy this method is. 7. Never underestimate the great power of one small step. 8. Put ambition into adding some extra time into a habit, but do not make it a requirement. For example, if your mini habit is to read a page a day, and one day you decide to read 20 pages, extraordinary! But continue with your goal of 1 page per day. Recognize that ambition helped you that day, but be careful to suddenly transform your practices. Mini habits are one of the most powerful tools towards personal development. After you're done watching this video, it's up to you to start building these positive habits that will help you transform your life. But remember, intentions are not worth anything if there is no action. Mini habits are the perfect way to start you on your path towards your goals and making the changes you want in your life. But don't forget that it's just the start. Always aim to increase the intensity of the time and energy you put into each action. Let's go back to our exercising sample. If your mini habit is to do 5 squats a day, this is just to start you off for the first couple of weeks or months. But your ultimate goal still must be to go to the gym daily. Never lose sight of the big picture regarding your goals. So, start acting towards those healthy habits that will help you fulfill your greatest potential. Which mini habit would you like to start with? Which is the reason for you to want to take that first step? Make a commitment to yourself and watch how by using the mini habit technique, you will progress towards your goal. This video is almost finished. Now, in front of you, there are a few options. Surrender and stay stuck in your old habits, or on the contrary, Make a commitment. Design your mini habit strategy and walk towards your goals with strength and motivation. The decision is yours. Aim at the highest and fight for the beauty of this world. Let the mini habits guide you into greatness. Thank you for watching this video. Wait, before you continue to crush your goals and develop an amazing life, don't forget to subscribe to Full Insight. If you like our content, please share it with a friend or a family member that might benefit from it. Until next time.